What's happening? Rob here, Old City Vapors, and this is a kind of special version of Weird Wednesday. We're going to go on a geocaching adventure today. What makes this kind of pertain to Weird Wednesday is I got back into geocaching after a long time. I used to do it. I started like in 2002, 2003, and did it pretty hardcore there for a couple of years, and then just kind of faded out. Other things kind of got in the way and took over and whatnot. And recently I started doing it again. So, what's cool about this geocache is it's at a cemetery. It happens to be at a cemetery that I've done a Weird Wednesday from, and we'll be doing more, and it's right around the corner from where I did another Weird Wednesday video. So this one kind of, fits in the realm there a little bit with Weird Wednesday because it's at a graveyard. This one in particular happens to be where my father's buried, my grandmother, my grandfather, my aunt, my uncle, several members of my family, several of my friends, and people from all walks of life and ages and everything, old, new, everything here. So there's a geocache here, and we're about to go find it. For anybody that doesn't know what geocaching is, I mentioned it on the live show the other night with Robert, Beyond the Fringe. We were talking about it quite a bit. And if you don't know what geocaching is, definitely check it out. I guarantee you there's a cache probably hidden within a quarter of a mile from your house, if not closer. So check it out and see what you think. www.geocaching.com. And the cops are driving by looking at me really slow, because I'm sitting outside the fence at the graveyard looking suspicious. I do that very well. Anyway, yeah, check it out. I wouldn't be surprised if you find a geocache within walking distance of your house or wherever you're at right now. So anyways, we're going to go check this one out and see if we can find it. I looked at the description on the cache page, and I'm supposed to be looking for a little pouch, camo colored pouch, hidden. It says it's outside of the graveyard, but you'll see in a minute. We're right at the fence up by the front here. So let's take a look, see what we see. All right, here we are at the graveyard, and when I first pulled in, I was looking, there's a big stump down there, and I'm thinking, might be a good place. Then I'm looking at these palm trees, and I'm thinking, might be a good place. A lot of times geocaches are hidden in these palm fronds, like down in there, places like that. But my GPS, my geocaching app on my iPhone here brought me closer down to this side. So started looking here, and I'm looking around and I'm looking around, and I was following my GPS, and it brings me to this tree. So this is where I should hopefully be able to find a geocache. And if you notice, this tree, the fence railing kind of goes right to this tree, through this tree, and comes out on the other side. Kind of crazy. So my first place to look is down in these holes and knots and weird places in this tree. And of course up in the tree tell it's camo. Could be in one of these palms over here too. Or there's a bench right here. Could be up under this bench. I think I see something. Look. Right there. See that little cap? I'm betting that's it. There you go. It's not camo, but it's a film canister, and it looks like it's containing a log. So, yes, indeed, I did find the cache that you just saw there. And, man, it's foggy up in here. That is a typical geocache. Kind of easy to find, as long as your GPS puts you in the right spot, that is. If it doesn't, you're off the beaten path with your GPS. Might be up the creek without a paddle. I've been using just my geocaching app on my iPhone, and it's getting me pretty close. I also have a GPS that I'm using, and well, I used to use, I should say. I've currently lost it, so I ordered a new one. Anyway, the geocaching app that's, you know, in the App Store works on Android or iPhone. It works pretty good. You can get a membership to geocaching.com. I think it's like $30 a year. Well worth it. Or you can just use the free one. The premium upgrade allows you to have premium caches, gives you more caches in your area, and some harder ones, some really cool ones, and whatnot. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple others that I have found as well, and we'll wrap this up. And geocaching, man, it's a lot of fun. It's definitely addictive for me anyways. Like I say, I used to do it years ago, and didn't do it for a long time. Still had my account with geocaching, still have active caches from 2003. Still have like 5 or 6 of them. I had 25 or 30 at one time, and I think 5 or 6 of them, 5 of them I think, are still active to this day, and a couple of them are pretty good, and I plan on placing a couple more really good ones. The hiding capabilities, the mischievousness, and some of the evil caches, some of the evil hides, man. When I was doing it back in 2003, we had some kind of tricky ones, and but nowadays, man, there's some creativity going on with hiding geocaches, man. You'll be standing on them, you'll be touching them, and you won't even know it. I've been to a couple here in my little area that I haven't found yet. One of them I've been to twice, haven't found it, and I know I've probably had my hand on it. I'm gonna have to think about it. It requires you to think out of the box a little bit, but here, let me show you a couple more easy ones that I've found, and we'll wrap it up. All right, okay, we're gonna go look for one right now. I think I kind of know where it is by the description of the cache. It said it was in a magnetic key holder, and where I'm at, which I'll show you here in a few minutes, there's a bunch of metal guardrails here, so something's telling me it's in a little magnetic key holder that is attached to the guardrail. However, it also said in a couple of the recent find logs that the last one that was found said the magnetic key holder had no magnets left to it, and they found it on the ground. So who knows? It could be anywhere. So we're going to go check it out and see if we can find it. Okie dokie. Alright, typically being a magnetic key holder, it's going to be like on one of these guardrails somewhere, and if you can see, there's quite a bit of guardrail along here. So that's when you have to start searching, and hopefully your GPS is going to be accurate enough to put you within, you know, 10 feet or so of the cache. And currently I'm using my iPhone 6 as my GPS with the GeoCaching app, and I'm filming with my phone right now, so I don't have my GeoCaching app pulled up because I'm filming with the phone. So that isn't working so great because I've been looking around this guardrail now for 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm going to have to cut the video for a minute and see if I can find a better location on my GPS. Alright, I got this thing open finally. As you can see, it is waterlogged. There is the log that I'm supposed to sign, and it is in bad shape. I forgot to look and see how long this thing's been out here, but no magnets on the back. The magnets have come loose. So what am I going to do? I can't sign it. Well, as any good geocacher would do, I guess, since I'm getting back into this, I'm going to replace it with another one of these that I just happen to have in my car. I'm going to put a new fresh piece of paper in there and go back and hide it in the same location that it was at, except not on the ground. So anyways, there you go. That's what you do. That's geocaching. To sum it up, it can be fun, it can be miserable at times, but it always ends up being fun. So even when you're miserable, like me, I'm standing in the rain right now geocaching. So anyways, back to you in a moment. All right, here is the replacement cache box, which is just a magnetic key holder, and you know, this one does have magnets. So I'm going to close it up. And here is the place where I found the other one. It was on the ground, and it was down in that hole under that post there because it had no magnets left to hold it in place. So I'm going to replace it where I think it probably was, which is going to be up in there. So hopefully that'll keep it out of the rain, and still pretty hidden. You actually have to kind of look for it to find it. So anyways, there you go. And it ended up being on a part of the guardrail that I wasn't looking for, because I was over here. All right, my GPS coordinates got me. It says I'm right on top of it. So there's a light pole here and a tree. So let's see. Look. Holy crap, that didn't take long at all. There you go. That is what we are looking for. So here is the log that's one of them that's inside this. You can see that's the back of it there. Little geocaching.com game piece. And tons of names on the other side as well. signed it on the backside. There's another piece right there that has a ton of names on it. It's all folded up. There is me at the bottom. Boom. Anyways, a bunch of people found this one, and a bunch of people are still going to continue to find it, because I'm going to roll it up, put it back in its container, and set it back for the next cacher to find. So here we go. Gonna stick it right back here, right where I found it. Pretty much an easy one. So there you go. Thanks for watching. As always, I really appreciate all your comments and views, and hit that subscription button down there in the corner, and you can subscribe to the channel if you're new. And all you people that are already subscribed, man, thank you so much. Love you guys. And if you have any questions on geocaching, let me know. Okie dokie. Bye-bye.